So just looking around the Savoy, to be fair, and all the car park looks to be empty. It looks all to be closed up. So I don't know if they're having a bit of a work doing, but just in the front there, just where it says Savoy, they've got all looks like new mattresses. So I wonder if they're just getting ready for a new season. Like I say, it all looks to be closed up. There is scaffolding on the front, but like I say, it looks to be sort of empty and sort of derelict at the moment. So we're just on King Edward Avenue, just off Homefield Road. Let's have a bit of a walk up here, because there's many hotels, and it looks like none of them have actually closed down. So we've got the Royal Fern, Hotel Claytor, Brooklands. They've got all sorts of little hotels and guest houses along this way. And this is in the north side of Blackpool, like I said, just off Homefield Road. And like I said, not a lot of people sort of venture up this way. So let me know in the comments if you stayed in any of these sort of little hotels and guest houses. Like I said, along King Edward Avenue, just off Homefield Road. And like I said, there's many of them. The King's Court. There's all sorts. The number 40, the number 42. And to be fair, you know, it's one of these you sort of drive down, you don't realise how many hotels are actually down this way. So normally people think, oh, you know, we'll stay in the south side, that's where the hotels are, but it's surprising, in a bit of a residential area also. Like I said, there's many of these, and just opposite all these hotels, like I said, there's just normal houses. The Lily Hotel, like I said, right on the corner. Like I said, these are all tucked away, but yet just a stone's throw from the promenade. We'll just walk up the opposite side of the hotels I've just shown you, and again, it's still on King Edward Avenue, and like you just see the sign Homefield Road there. But like I said, if you're struggling to find somewhere, you know, in season, try some of these hotels. Like I said, the north side, and there's many of them, and none of them are boarded up. They're all sort of, apparently there's one, which I'll show you briefly, which is actually closed down. So if you are sort of, you know, deliberating what hotel to stay at, there's many up here. I didn't realise. I mean, I live in the north side of Blackpool, and you know, even myself, I didn't realise how many sort of hotels and guest houses are actually along this way. And they all look, you know, really smart from the outside and inviting. So this is the Pembroke Bed and Breakfast, and again, just off this street was just mentioned, and just look at this one. Look at the fantastic windows. Look at that, 3-storey. Certainly is a fantastic place. Let me know if you ever stayed here, or would you stay in this one. That's superbly done. Look at that. That is a really nice one. So there's just one, which is sadly gone, and it's right at the very top, and you can see it's the Moorfield Hotel, just next to the 12 Hotel, which are little self-contained apartments, and you can just see that one there is sadly gone. Looks like it's in a bit of a sorry state, but that is the only one so far I've seen in the north which is closed up. So we're just near the Cliffs Hotel again on King Edward Avenue, and this needs no introduction. Another huge hotel, many people have stayed in. It's right on the promenade, and again, fantastic character to this building, boasts many facilities, and certainly is a swish looking hotel. When you just look up, you see all the decor, and what a hotel this is. So let me know if you stayed at the Cliffs Hotel right on the promenade in Blackpool. So just walking a little further down, then we'll head ourselves back up, but we're just going to have a quick look at the Savoy Hotel, another fantastic one, and sadly a couple just dotted along the promenade of closed down. This is the fire damaged one, where that huge fire a couple of years ago. Yeah, we've got the Maples Hotel, the Granada apartments. So they've got lots of hotels and guest houses and self-contained flats in this area. But another, like I said, another one needs no introduction. The Savoy Hotel, and it's got some mixed reviews, shall I say, the Savoy. Well, again, let me know if you're staying here. What do you think? Have you stayed here? Would you stay here again, or would you like to stay here? Again, the Savoy needs no introduction. Now it's just situated just near the Gin roundabout in the north of Blackpool. There you go. You can just see in the windows. Looks like they're all brand new mattresses. It looks like they've possibly closed down temporary until it's all revamped. So what we're going to head on a little further into the north side, heading towards Bisbam, not as far as Bisbam. And like I said, it's a funny old place, the North Shore. Apparently, it was actually the North Shore. It was where the first amusements was in Blackpool, and it was known as Uncle Tom's Cabin. And so from that day forward, things developed. The Claremont Park estate was constructed, and there's plenty of history which sort of goes along this. And basically, the north, a lot of the upper class people stayed in the north side when holidaying in Blackpool back years and years ago, and it just sort of separated them from the working class. So the working class tended to stay more in the south side, according to history. And like I said, the upper class and the wealthy people stayed in the more luxurious hotels based the north. And the civil service used to have a big foot in the north, with Mexford House, another one, and that closed its doors. I think it was about in 2009, I believe, and they demolished that, and a lot of houses and flats also was built, and that was constructed in the 1970s, I believe, if my history is right. So like I said, there's plenty of history. In Blackpool. It's just amazing what you learn when you're filming, and you speak to local people. I mean, I was born in Blackpool, but I don't know hardly any history. I mean, no one does without just looking and listening and learning and speaking to other people, exchanging fantastic stories. So like I said, we're going to have a bit of a walk around a few other little streets in the north side. But certainly, if you're struggling for hotels and you want to stay in a nice place, then the north certainly has got it. So this is Empress Drive, and again, sort of many hotels and self-contained apartments down here. You got the Row and Empress Select Holiday Flats. So you got all sorts, even street after street, when you get past the Gin roundabout, serving the needs for the holidaymakers. And like I said, each one of these is still open, which is really remarkable in this day and age. So again, just walking along the promenade, you got all these other hotels: the Dorchester, the Minas Hotel, many, the Elgin, another huge one just on the corner. And like I say, it's really fascinating when you start sort of doing a bit of research and a bit of digging. In 1907, the North Methodist Church was constructed, and it was specifically designed and opened for to serve holidaymakers, so they can worship. It's like a sort of Christian church, and it was actually open to serve the holidaymakers who came to Blackpool. And it is sort of now close to the public, but it's amazing. Like I said, even they even designed a church and opened a church, you know, for the needs of holidaymakers back in its day. So it just shows you, you know, how popular Blackpool used to be. And this is Northumberland Avenue, again the north side, and another huge hotel, it's the Elgin. And these little holidaymakers tuck it into the breakfast, and they've got a fantastic, you know, sort of outdoor seating area you can see there. And then we've got the Doric Hotel a little further up. And you know, the north side just looks so clean, it looks so tidy. And there's a Markelly Showboat just on the corner, another very popular place in the summer. You always see in the summertime outside, it's always really, really busy. Like I said, you know, there's not many pubs along the promenade of the north side, but another fantastic place in the summer, and that certainly gets very, very busy. So we just arrived at Uncle Tom's lift, and I just thought I'd show you a couple of these hotels. So that's the Genting Casino, you can see just straight opposite, and then you got the Hotel Sheraton, and you see some work has been constructed. That's even boasts a heated indoor swimming pool, and you can see the scaffolding is up around that one. And like so, as we mentioned, just to the right is the Doric Hotel. So it's a huge bank. So there's only sort of 2 hotels really, to be fair. I thought there was actually 3, but it's 2. So it just shows how big this little bank of hotels are. And there's the famous cabin lift, which right sort of beyond that is the go-kart track. So we're going to have a quick look over the top, and this one got flooded a few months ago due to one of the storms. So we're just going to have a quick peek over. And like I said, this used to be a boating lake years and years ago, and you can see now it is home to the go-kart track. There we go. And again, amazing views from right at the top all over the beaches. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of a walk around. Like I say, it's just nice exploring, you know, sort of different areas, and the North Shore certainly is a fantastic little area. And as we've seen, there's many, like I said, lovely hotels, self-contained apartments, and all sorts. And a bit of news: have you ever been to Guy's Thatched Hamlet? That one is actually up for sale, and we've done a bit of a food review. So the food wasn't really brilliant, to be fair, but that one, you know, some fantastic walks and really, really nice. And that one is up for sale. It's an undisclosed price, so it's price and application, but the turnover is in the millions. So like I said, you know, let me know if you've ever been to that one. Guy's Thatched Hamlet, certainly a wonderful place. And like I said, what I was thinking is possibly right into a few of these hotels and doing a bit of a review on a couple of these hotels, because you know, a lot of people, you know, go to the poor hotels in Blackpool, and they give them the bad reviews, you know, to get the views, you know, and they find a little bit of dust, you know, on top of the door frame. And what's all that about? You know, in people's homes, you know, you do your cleaning and, you know, your dusting, but, you know, you'd a bit of dust on top of the, you know, on top of the door, you know, and they make such a big deal out of it. And, you know, they put these reviews on, and they're putting these smaller hotels out of business. I know, you know, there's some rogue hotels out there, you know, and they are a bit grubby, like in any area. But, you know, people come to Blackpool, and, you know, these hotel reviewers, and, you know, like I said, they go to these hotels, and, you know, all the people jump on it, and, you know, it just puts people off coming to that establishment. Fair enough, you know, you are giving them a review, possibly an honest review, but they certainly make a mountain out of a mole. You know, when they're spending £10-15 a night, what do people expect? You know, if there's a scratch on the bin, You know, I'm going on here on a bit of a ramble. But yeah, I was thinking, you know, if you fancy staying in one of these, and like I said, you want a bit of a tour around, let me know, and I'll drop them a line, see if we can have a bit of a look around the hotel, and you know, you might sort of from that video, you might want to stay in it. So let me know what you think. So yeah, I think we'll end the video. Like I said, it's a bit of a walking one, this one today, and a bit of history. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I just thought I'd just set it up just near the North Pier where the Starlings are. You can just see them all start to group together, and what a fantastic shot that is, with the sunset coming down, the Starlings, certainly magical. And you can just see, let's move the camera just to the left a little bit more, and you can just see them all in the sky. So about another 20-30 minutes, there'll be many. Normally they lay on the beach, but you can see the tide is on its way in, and looks like they're all just sort of congregating in the sky tonight. But what a fantastic shot. So like I said, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. Any comments, I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Till next time, take care, and it is a bye from me. Bye bye.